so kind. The weather has an effect. For those who didn't know, I didn't know what the mechanism looks like, how it catches the fish. My soul sings. I came here alone, closed the door, and then I started to sing. Who hasn't seen what the casings of this gun look like? There are also women who enjoy shooting. Everything is for the tough men, guys. Everything is for you. Friends, good morning. I am Elena and I welcome you to the channel Alanya Life Without Censorship. Well, true winter has arrived and walking by the sea is not very comfortable anymore, nor is it in the parks. And all of us who live here are looking for places to spend our free time where it is warm and cozy. You see, I have also already bundled up. And today we want to share information for those who live here, who may have come to relax and also have some free time. Where to go, with whole family or just adults, or only with kids. In fact, there are options and today we will show you a few. Let's go. Well, friends, this is an entertainment center called Dolphin. It's very easy to find and the location will, of course, be in the description below the video. There are 2 floors here. One floor is fully equipped for kids. Come with your children. Let your little ones play. Well, I don't know where you usually let them play. There is even a closed area behind a net. And look how interestingly they designed it. Wow. To be honest, I haven't been in the children's section. Look, a sandbox, a sand pit, a large sand pit inside, and everything is closed off and safe. The little ones are playing there while you sit back and enjoy. Wow, just like in this sandbox. Look at how they designed it. Listen, I like it. Such an excavator. And over there, your little one can dig something. Over there behind the net, there are also trampolines and various climbing structures. By the way, we will check the prices now so that we can orient you right away and you will understand how expensive it will be to spend a day here with your child. We arrived on a weekday and in the morning, you see there are no people around. If, for example, you want to be here alone, come on a weekday, but on weekends there are really a lot of parents with children. A lot. If your little one loves to interact with other kids, come on the weekends. So look, this is the ball pit. Well, you know, everything is just as it should be, good with plenty of things. And over here is for the older kids. Look, the arcade area. Well, there are small various swings and merry-go-rounds here, yes. And over there for older kids, probably up to about 12, 13 years old, there are all sorts of arcade games. Let's go find out about the prices and what tasty things they have in the cafe. Oh, this is actually our favorite topic with Nastya. When we go out for shoots, the first thing we do is orient ourselves. Where is a good cafe nearby and what can we eat there? Friends, look, this area is actually for older kids. Here is a mini bowling alley. And also, look, these are gaming, how should I put it in short? Virtual goggles, you put them on, sit in this chair and something happens to you. But this is really for older kids. So now let's find out about the prices. You make all the payments right here in the cafe. So, what I want to tell you is how it looks. You buy a card, a 20 lira deposit. This card is a refundable deposit and you load certain amounts onto it. For example, if you deposit 300 liras, you will receive an additional bonus of 100 liras and so on down the list. So, what do these 300 liras give you? With this card, you approach each carousel and game machine and you just tap it here. Here you will see the cost of one session and it will be deducted from your card. Somewhere our friends were around 20, well, in the range of 20, give or take a little. About 20 is the cost of each of these game carousels, each gaming terminal. If you want to send your child, here there are also prices available and the payment is hourly. You can rent it for 30 minutes or for an hour. If you rent it for 30 minutes, it costs 130 lira. And if for an hour, 250 lira. Here, without the accrual of bonuses, you simply pay directly for the time, either half an hour or an hour. I will repeat once more, either 130 or 250 liras. This applies to both the sandbox and those play areas. Well, I think the prices are quite reasonable. Moreover, you can control how much your child rides. Although I think he will use up all your 300 lira. What a kind bartender. He treated us to tea just like that, yes. He felt sorry for us, saying it's so cold outside. Drink hot tea. We're real tough men, although there are also women who enjoy shooting, can spend their free time. We are by the shooting range. Well, we call it a shooting range, but here it is called a firing range. Naturally, the location will be in the video. It's called Armor Club. Well, let's go take a look and maybe we'll do some shooting. Opening hours are from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Hello. The organizers have approached this place thoroughly because besides being able to shoot here, they even created a mini museum. It's quite interesting. For example, who hasn't seen what the casings of this pistol look like? And they look like this. Well, for those who are completely unfamiliar with this, here you go. Next, look at these various stands under glass. An improvised exhibition of cold weapons. It would be better if everything were actually displayed under glass. But can this perhaps be considered a means of protection? In short, let's discuss all of this in the comments. Real brutal men. Comment on everything that's under the display case. What is this? And look at how beautiful the displays are. Here they have national costumes. I dare to suggest that these are most likely national costumes. Well, historical ones. Probably from some warriors of a certain era. Well, I think so. Naturally. From Turkey, Turkish. These showcases continue with all sorts of knives or whatever you want to call them, like the yatagan, the one that looks like this. We can see something here from the cultural standpoint, from the cultural heritage. Here, look, this is probably from even earlier years. This is directly with a sword, or whatever it is properly called, a sword, an itagan, such a ceremonial probably, outfit. A warrior, perhaps from the 17th or 18th century. And look here, in the frame, various muskets as well. Unfortunately, there are no labels, which is very unfortunate. And there is no guide for this small museum. But it is still nice to look around. Everything is very clean and neatly arranged. Here is another beautiful costume. Wow, they really took the opening of this place really seriously. This is probably something very, very ancient, maybe from the 15th century, because I even see boots made of leather like these. Well, Ottoman, yes, the Ottomans, Janissaries. This is from when the Janissaries were around. Well, the Janissaries are the Turkish warriors. This is the attire of a Janissary. Okay, now we will find out about the prices and conditions, who has the right to shoot here, what the conditions are, and how much it costs. First of all, who can shoot here? Even children can. Naturally, they will be given some kind of toy pistol, but nonetheless, somehow with balls or pellets, I don't know, the little one can shoot. At the shooting range, only teenagers aged 15 and older can shoot, while younger children are attracted to some small games. Now about the prices. There is a limit. The minimum limit per person is 30 rounds. You must definitely buy 30 rounds and shoot all of them. You don't want to shoot away your problems, but you need to buy 30. Look, an air gun. That's a pneumatic gun. This is the price. Guys, I can't comment on that. I am not really a professional, but we will show you up close, and the men need to understand what is available. Machine gun, some kind of rifle. I don't know what that is. €2. This is apparently for the cartridge. And here is the caliber. Apparently there are imported pistols, some calibers, and here is the cost. This is probably also a characteristic of the pistol itself, as well as its cost. In short, there is a variety of choices, options, and different prices here. As for age, as I mentioned, it doesn't matter if it's men or women. A little one can shoot with a toy gun, while a person can use real weapons at the range starting from the age of 15. So that's basically how it is. Well, there was a little mix-up. We weren't allowed to film inside. We wanted to show how everything is shot there. Well, seriously, it's just not possible. But we had acquaintances here who said that it is an interesting and engaging activity. And you can come and try it, but unfortunately, we won't be able to show it. So take note of the location in the description below the video. Keep this in mind while you wait for yours. Friends, there is also this wonderful establishment here, a hair salon for kids. Just look at what they've come up with to keep the little ones entertained so they don't fuss. While he is happily turning the steering wheel of a BMW, he gets his hair cut. Great idea. Well, we are going up a floor and there is entertainment for adults. There is bowling. So, friends, what do you think? As always, I want to remind you to subscribe to our Telegram channel, Alanya Life Without Censorship. It is an extremely useful resource, truly, extremely useful. Those who have already used it say, well, thank you guys, you are doing your best. There is a lot of necessary, timely, useful, and widely presented information there. If you regularly watch the news on our Telegram channel, you will always be aware of the events that are currently happening in Turkey. Well, it's a bit noisy here, so I'll try to be a little louder. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lanes. We thought there would be no one here in the morning, but look at the wonderful group playing here today. Additionally, there are a few arcade games for children. Apparently, it's so that if the parents are playing, the kids can be occupied a little. So let's take everything step by step. There is billiards, 4 tables, and there is also a cafe, and to be honest, we definitely love bowling. We spent New Year's at a hotel, and we had bowling. We chose it so that there would be entertainment at the hotel, and we spent all our evenings there. Now we are finding out all the prices. To be honest, what is there to say about bowling? Bowling is bowling no matter where you are. You know what it is, you just take your turn and play. I think the prices will interest you all first and foremost. Well, bowling is certainly a bit more expensive. Look, 150 lira is for one person for one game. Well, it seems a bit extravagant to me. Usually you play in a group, at least 2 to 3 people, right? Competing. This means that if 3 people are playing, they need to pay 450 for the game. So I remember how much it cost at the hotel. I think it was 300 at the hotel. Well, yes, there are no alternatives, so that's probably why the price is like that. Regarding billiards. Similarly, you buy a card on which you load money, and one game costs 50 lira. Well, for 2 people, of course, since you are playing together. Well, billiards is still a reasonable price, yes. So, what else is there to say? There is also a cafe where you can have some coffee and treat the kids to something tasty. But I must say, it's a bit noisy here, so it might be uncomfortable for children. However, for adults, it's nice to come here now, especially with the rain and cold weather. I read that a cyclone is coming to us from Siberia, and we are really waiting for it. So spending an evening here is quite nice. We have been here. Well, you know what? I will tell you one honest thing. The quality of the bowling itself is not very good. What do I mean? Sometimes there is a glitch with the mechanism, but there is always someone there who quickly fixes it. Overall, it's acceptable. Well, for Alanya, I think it's quite a nice place. After all, it is a small provincial town. Recently, I was watching and re-watching the movie In Bruges. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. So in this Bruges, there was no bowling at all. Friends, we didn't know about this, but the administrator showed us. There is a small room for karaoke here. In short, celebrate lovers of singing loudly and out of tune. Here is such a little room. By the way, I saw these booths somewhere, you know. I watched some show, a series of travel shows, and they are quite common in some places. We are a bit used to it being different, right? In Russia, there are always large halls with a lot of people, while in some countries, this is how karaoke booths look. In general, if you feel you have a gift but are shy around people, and you know your soul is singing, come here alone, close the door, and just start singing. Up to 4 people can be in the booth for a maximum price of 200 lira for 45 minutes. Listen, everyone is so kind today. The weather is affecting it, and we were allowed to film the mechanism, how it looks. Let's take a look.
Oh, what contraptions you imagine. For those who didn't know, I didn't know what the mechanism looks like and how it catches the tags and returns them back. Well, friends, here's another place.